greetings. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, Learning with Dr. Poornima George, please do subscribe. Do like and share my videos so that everybody gets benefited. Last week I had asked you how to make use of modal auxiliary can in your sentence. Today, let us deal with can. Come, let's learn English together. Before this video was shot, there were very few answers that had come to my question, and Mr. Sagar Khandenor was one of them. He says, can be used to describe one's abilities and also an object's ability. Yes, he's correct. Can be used to describe one's ability. But there is much more to can. Hence, let's learn all those aspects. I congratulate Mr. Sagar Khandenor and let us get started. As it is established, can is used to talk about mental and physical abilities of something or a person under given circumstances. Let me start with a glaring mistake that many people commit when they use can. Many people do say this kind of a sentence. Give attention to this sentence. You may have heard people say, I can able to drive for 100 kilometers. She can able to sing now. In these two sentences, what is the mistake? The mistake is, you shall not be using can along with able to. That is the mistake. Because can already talks about the physical or mental capacity or the capability of a person. Right? In such a situation, when can explains this, there is no room for able to along with can. Therefore, if you are one among such people who uses can along with able to, deduct that able to from your sentence. Just keep can, and in front of that, keep the V1 form of the verb. Your sentence is perfect. So, the given sentences that just now I quoted should become, I can drive for 100 kilometers instead of I can able to drive. Are you understanding the difference? I can drive, can drive. Can is a modal auxiliary. In front of that, you have to keep the V1 form of the verb. So it becomes can drive. I can drive for 100 kilometers. She can sing now. Right? There is no need for us to say she can able to sing now. Is that clear? We should not be using able to along with can. Well, if you want to retain able to and don't use can, in such a situation, just delete can and say, I am able to drive for 100 kilometers. Or she is able to sing now. The meaning of these two sentences is same, but the sentence structure, as far as grammatical aspect of it is concerned, there is a bit of difference. I hope I have made this difference clear. Another usage of can is for permission in present and in future, and also for interpersonal permissions. For example, farmers can call the Prime Minister anytime. Savan can take my bike today. In these two cases, as in farmers can call the Prime Minister anytime, it means they can call him now, they can call him in future, so anytime. Right? It means the permission to call in present as well as in future. Savan can take my bike today. That means now, today, he has the permission to take my bike. So, in such situations, you can make use of can. I have also said can is used for interpersonal permissions. For example, can I ask you something? Many a time we say this sentence to our near and dear ones. Can I ask you something? Or even anybody you meet, if you want to start a conversation and you want to ask a question, to the person, and so you want to take the permission beforehand. So in such situation, interpersonal permissions, for such things you can make use of can very effectively. And since it is established, can is used for possibility and permission, cannot is used for impossibility. Can is used for possibility, cannot is for impossibility. For example, we cannot rely on the last bus to reach your place. That is, if we rely on this bus, the last bus, there is more possibility that we may go without any bus, right? This is impossibility. Therefore, in such situation, when there is a note of impossibility, we can make use of cannot very effectively. So we cannot rely upon the last bus to reach your place. You can make use of cannot in such situations and strengthen your language. We can use can effectively when we want to talk about an action which is going to happen in future because of the present circumstances, decisions, and abilities. Right, let me give you an example. Gayatri can win the race tomorrow if she really tries. Can you come for the event next Friday? Right, these are the actions which are going to happen in future, but since the person has some abilities, we can be making use of can in these aspects. There is a peculiarity as well of English language when we make use of can, especially when we talk about one's ability to speak a language. Since we have said if one is able to do something, we have to make use of can, right? But when we speak about one's ability to speak a language, in such situation, we just omit can and make use of simple present tense. Let me tell you how. Farah speaks Spanish, which means Farah can speak Spanish, right? But since it is the ability to speak a language, we just omit can and make use of simple present tense. I speak Telugu, which means I can speak Telugu. Though it is an ability, we do not make use of can, we just use simple present tense in such situations. Another usage of can is can very effectively used with the word always to give a meaning that there is nothing better than this. Let me give you an example. We can always go to a river for some serene experience. You can always give a gift of a good book to her. So, in these two situations, if you do these things, it can never go wrong. That's the best thing that can happen, right? In such situations, along with always, can be used. Can is used to ask or to tell people to do certain things. For example, can you help her with her chores? Can you put the children to bed? These can also be orders, requests, and commands, right? So in such situations where you need to give an order, where you need to ask someone to do something, it may not be total order kind of thing, but then, ask someone to do things in good faith. In such situations, you can make use of can. There is another amazing use of can, that is in the form of can't help. Though here it looks, has some negative thing in it, it is very, very positive. This can't help thing is extremely positive thing. When you say you can't help doing something, that means how much ever you try not to do it, you keep doing that thing out of some inner compulsion of your own, right? Many a time it's a beautiful thing. For example, I can't help going to that place more often, though it is far away from my place, right? Maybe there is a beautiful place far away from your house, and you many a time find yourself going to that place. How much ever you stop yourself from doing that, you keep doing it. That is why in such situations, you can make use of can't help very effectively, very beautifully. Another example your way. I can't help buying this book, though it is heavy on my pocket. So you have liked a book, but it is really costly. But then, since it's an amazing book, you want to buy it. So I can't help buying this book, though it is, heavy on my pocket. So far, we have discussed the usage of can from various angles, how to make use of can in different situations, and how best we can use can in various places. So I would expect you to go through this video more often and then get to know all the intricacies of can and strengthen your language. Use can as creatively as possible. This is a very beautiful modal auxiliary which I have always liked. Make use of can in various places and then get a hang of this modal auxiliary. As we come to the end of today's video, I would want you to get to know more about how to make use of could in your sentences. Well, this is my question for this week. How to make use of could, could, could in your sentences, which I'm going to deal with in the next video, certainly. Till I meet you again, do take care of yourselves, spread knowledge and happiness. This is Dr. Poornima George signing off. Thank you.